Hey Dreamers, this is Mandy Owen with Dream Revelation Ministries coming back with a new video. Today I wanted to talk about symbolism in dreams. In Acts 2:17, it talks about how your young men will see visions and your old men will dream dreams. Young men will see visions because they're easier to interpret. They're more literal. That doesn't mean they're less weighty. They're just very literal. But the older men will dream dreams because they take a little bit more interpretation, a little bit more maturity in the spirit to really be able to pray through and understand the meaning of them. You've heard me say before that God's first language is not English or Spanish or whatever your national language is. His first language is spirit, and all through the Bible, through Genesis to Revelation, He talked to people through visions and dreams and through symbols. Even people in our modern society have had dreams that have led to inventions, or have had dreams that given them revelation about their family or their destiny. I think even Abraham Lincoln had a dream about his assassination before it happened. So people throughout history have had dreams, and that's how the Holy Spirit has spoken to them about things going on in their life. I wanted to kind of go through a dream with you today that was highly symbolic to try to help you understand the way to interpret a very symbolic dream. There are literal dreams as well, but the majority of dreams are very, very symbolic. So recently, I had a dream about the ocean and an octopus, and I also have been messaged by probably four or people at least that have had either dreams recently about the ocean or about octopuses or about things that are going on in the depths of the ocean. So I wanted to touch on this dream because I figured if we were having these dreams, you might be also, and maybe this would help you work through some of that. In this dream that I had a few weeks ago, I was in a very high-powered speedboat, and that speedboat was being driven by someone else. And that person jumped over the side and dove into the water. And it left me to drive the boat by myself. So I was driving this very high-powered, very, very fast speedboat and wasn't very proficient at it. And I was in this body of water that was the ocean, but it was boxed in, so it wasn't as vast as the ocean was. It had a specific area that it was covering. And I went to the edge of that area, and I had to make a quick turn in the boat. And when I did, I splashed a whole pod of dolphins. And then I went to the other side, and I had to make another quick turn. And when I did, the boat kind of tipped a little bit, and I fell out. The boat was fine, and I was fine, but I did fall into the water. And before I could get back into the boat, an octopus grabbed my right hand. Your right hand represents authority. And as it grabbed my right hand, it took me straight down into the ocean. Like I went fast, deep. I mean, I was going deep, 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 deep into the ocean. And in my dream, I'm like, oh, I'm fixing to die. This is it. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. And then I was like, no, I'm not going to die. And I said, this is not happening today. So I looked at the octopus and I just started talking to the octopus underwater. And I said, not today. I don't remember everything I said to him or to the octopus, but it was basically to the point of, you need to let go of me. This is not happening today. And I started pulling the octopus off of my hand. Now this was like a baby octopus, but I still was really scared of it. Not scared, but I felt like I couldn't overpower it. But I did. I pulled it off of my hand and I started going back up. To my other side, though, I saw another octopus that was really, really big and ominous, and kind of, just lurking in the side. That octopus didn't mess with me or bother me, but I knew it was there. But I started going back up, and I knew I was okay, and I started. I woke up. So that dream, to normal, like in your natural, when you would have that, you might feel like, oh, that was weird. I ate too much pizza. Or, oh, what does that dream mean? I'm not sure what that means. And you just may pass it off. But for me, I knew that the Lord was speaking to me. I knew that it was referencing something that was going on in my life. So I prayed into it and I asked the Lord to show me. And whenever you're interpreting symbols in a dream, you have to go to the Bible. Now, your first source to always talk to the Lord is always the Bible, period. That is the first way He talks to us. But if you're interpreting, a dream and you're trying to figure out symbols, then go to the Bible first. Look up scriptures that would reference any of those symbols. If the Bible doesn't have a reference for that, then you go to maybe a Christian dream dictionary. Make sure it's a Christian dream dictionary. Do not try to get anything that's New Age or that has any kind of spiritual indication with it, it needs to be a biblical-based Christian dream dictionary. If you need a reference to one, you can email me at dreamrevelationministries@gmail.com. I'll be happy to send you some references. And then if that's not there, then you would go to Google or go to the natural to see what the characteristics are of that item. So as I was working through this dream, the first thing that was there was the ocean. And so I looked up, Isaiah 17:12 says that the ocean represents the nations or humanity. So that is, I'm dreaming about humanity. I'm dreaming about the nations. I'm dreaming about people in that ocean. The deep ocean, Psalms 69:2, represents the wounded or the lost. They're in the depths because of their hurts and their things going on in their life. It also is a hiding place in the natural for predators. So the deep ocean is going to be where the octopus hides at, or where some of the predators of the deep hide to capture their prey. Then I also had the power speedboat in my dream. So in Matthew and Mark both, Matthew 13:2 and Matthew and Luke 5:3 both reference Jesus speaking to people in the boat. So the boat is a vessel. Anytime you dream about a car, a train, a plane, any type of vessel is probably referencing your ministry or your career, your calling, something to do about you and your person and what you're operating in at that moment. The boat Jesus used as a vessel to preach to people. When the crowds got too big, he went out into the boat. And so it was a vessel to speak to the lost and to save the lost. But in my boat, though, it was a powerful speedboat. So my boat is being operated by the Spirit, and it's also being operated by power. So, and it goes really fast. So I had to learn how to operate that. I needed to learn how to move in that speed and move in that power without falling out. So the Lord is taking me to some places, and He's speaking to me about depending on Him and learning how to operate at that level of speed and power. The dolphins, there's not really a scripture verse that references dolphins. There's a lot of verses that represent sea creatures and fish. But dolphin itself, there's not like a specific verse that I know. If you want to email me later, if you know of one, let me know. But the dolphin in the natural is a friendly animal. They rescue people from the ocean. They can be trained to rescue people. So in the natural, these are good creatures that are friendly creatures that can be trained, that work well with humans. So I would interpret that as a spirit of rescuing the lost, which is Jesus Christ. So in this dream, the dolphins were my friends. I was kind of waving to them. I'm sorry I got you wet. They were not my enemy in any way, shape, or form. So I'm working with them in the ocean to rescue the lost. And then we have the octopus. The octopus is really ominous. It felt dark in my dream. It felt scary kind of in my dream. And so that represents a spirit of, well, first of all, the octopus has a lot of tentacles. And it tries to capture its prey, and it tries to smother its prey, and it sucks the life out of its prey. So that's a spirit of control, a spirit of Jezebel, a spirit of witchcraft. It's something that's trying to take control and to destroy what you're doing in that place, and to take you down. It's going to take you down and suffocate you and suck the life out of you. So I knew when I came out of that dream, just based on those simple interpretation, just using the Bible, using my natural knowledge of what items are, what the Lord was telling me. And the Lord was telling me that I'm taking you to a new place. I'm taking you to the deep. You're going to work with me in rescuing the lost. You're going to have a high-powered speedboat, a speed ministry that's going to help people. But the enemy isn't happy. You're going to go to some deep places where the lost are, and you need to be prepared to overcome the enemy in that, and to be looking for the predators that are lurking for you. So I woke up, I prayed through that. I prayed against and bound anything that may be coming against me and my family, against my church. And I also prayed that the Lord would teach me to drive the ministry that He's given me, that He would teach me to drive my speedboat and where He's taking me in that at a proficient level. I also prayed that He would teach me to talk underwater, because in my dream, I was speaking underwater. I was breathing underwater. So where I'm going, I need to be able to have authority and speak and claim. And so I really prayed that the Lord would give me that ability to have more authority and speak and breathe in the dark places and the underwater places that He is taking me. And I just declared it. And I have a declaration that I wrote now that I pray that every day. So I don't know. I just hope that helps you a little bit as you're interpreting some things. Another interesting fact about this dream is that it also was referencing the ocean. Several people I had talked to recently were referencing the ocean. And we're having a conference at our church, Freedom Fellowship International, in June. And it's called the She Will Conference. And that conference, their theme this year was Anchor Deep. So once I realized, and I put the pieces together, and I realized, oh, this conference that we're a part of is focusing on anchoring deep in the Lord. I started interceding for that conference now at a much different level. I hope you come to the conference. If you are in the area, look it up at shewill.com, and you can buy tickets there. I think they're $25, but it's going to be a powerful conference. And I know it is because the Lord's already shown me that I need to pray and intercede for it at a higher level. So I hope this helps you, and I hope this gives you some tidbits on interpreting your next dream. If you have any questions, please email me at dreamrevelationministries@gmail.com. Like and subscribe to our channel for more videos. And if this helped you in any way, share it with someone else so it'll help them as well. Thanks. Have a great day, guys.